Hello and welcome back to SkyFactory One. A couple things have changed, as you can see on your screen. We got the hopper with the chest to add into the smeltery, more automated, which is pretty good. And all of this has changed around, so let's go through it here quickly. Basically, I got myself a infinite lava supply through all of these crucibles. I believe there's 8 total, all with source lava blocks underneath them in this wonderful little mason stone and mason cobblestone little area here, a little bit of an industrial area. And then I moved the cobble gen and the oak storage drawer for the cobblestone over here. So now we have the pipes mod, just because I liked it a little bit better than the basic item pipes and the extractors. So I made some pipes and got that with the wrench to extract into the fired crucibles, keeping them always full of lava. And then from there we got some fluid pipes extracting out, and there goes my phone, I tell you. Extracting out into as you can see, this beautiful tank in front of us, which holds 32 buckets of lava, as well as into our magmatic dynamo that we made last time. The magmatic dynamo is going into the pulverizer, keeping that all nice and powered, and I have the configuration to auto input, auto output, with a blue and a blue orange to the side of the storage drawer. The reason being is this is going to output any flint, gravel and sand that this produces into the drawer, and then also it will reload the flint automatically from this drawer. So pretty darn nice way to kind of keep your flint supply in that catalyst always up, and as long as this number is going up, you should be good to go. If you run out, well, guess what else I've set up? I've set up a click machine. Yes, indeed. This is part of the books somewhere here. So I did the crucibles to collect infinite lava. But use a click machine or item user to automate a sieve. And I'm going to demonstrate this for you very quickly. You do have to go in here. You have to change the how many clicks per second. I recommend 2. That's the highest that it goes. And it does work off a redstone signal, which is very nice. So I have another pipe down here with an advanced pipe upgrade, which cost quite a bit. Lead, gold, some redstone, etc. But I have a whitelist just to use gravel. I'm not going to use the sand at this point in time, and we have no desire to bring the flint into our click machine either. So just the gravel is filling up our click machine, and I have 9 sieves here. So I flip the lever. There we go. 9 things of gravel all go in. The click machine is doing it automatically, and I reap the benefits. It's very nice. I am going to turn it off just because I don't want to be sitting here collecting resources for the next little bit, and we will have a solution for that in due time. I do have to get an ender pearl or something along those lines to get this thing up and running. But ultimately, this is the goal of what I was going for, a pretty much automated, self-sustaining system at all times to keep everything working and functioning appropriately. The one thing I will probably change in the near future is I'll probably move these machines forward 1 block and everything forward a block, just so that we can run like an energy pipe or something like that along the sides. Or yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing. I'll probably move it all forward just by 1 block, but for right now, because we're going direct into one system, we are good to go. In other news, I did make a bench saw, apparently. There's a lot of cool new blocks that I'm starting to try to play around with in this pack, like the cyclic mason cobblestone, mason stone, but there's a whole bunch of other ones as well from mod, I believe, and some of these look pretty darn cool, like the stripped oak bundled logs kind of look pretty cool. There's also things like jungle tile, acacia tile, dark oak tile, things like that might be a lot of fun to kind of experiment with and see what we can do for builds. There's also a lot of things like quarter stairs and just quarter slabs, right? So there's quite a bit of variety when it comes to building materials as well. So I definitely want to explore that a little bit further as we go here with the build. I think my goal here for today, though, is pretty straightforward. I want to expand off of my initial platform here. I want to go to the south in this direction and hopefully get myself some passive mobs, you know, maybe some farms, things like that set up so that we can start reaping the benefits of, for example, all of these different seeds that we have, potatoes, carrots, etc. Get that going. And then, you know, there's also the whole mystical, what do they call it? Mystical, this guy here. The, you know, mystical agriculture, right? So we can start getting things like air seeds and air essence, which leads into nothing, right? But earth leads into, you know, you can make like soul soil. Water leads into clay and kelp and water buckets, right? Fire leads into sand, flint, lava, you know, soul sand itself, right? But start at least getting these initial tier 1, tier 0 seeds, tier elemental, I guess they're called, to get things going a little bit quicker. The inferium's probably the easiest one to make, just some inferium essence around a wheat seed. I don't think I have any inferium essence at this point in time. I do not, but my goal is to start up a little area. Let's get hopefully some passive mobs, a little farm area for your standard crops, and then we'll probably need to jump into a mob farm. We'll let this run, collect up a whole bunch of stuff, and then we can get a mob farm going and hopefully get some inferium and get that going into some of the mystical agriculture as well, which seems to me like the better way to produce items. I'm just going to flat out say it. It's simple as this, like wood seeds, wood essence, right? Like you can get some pretty nice stuff with this stuff, and you know, there's a lot of good things like coal essence. There's your coal problem and your stone, right? With some stone essence. Things like that, right? Where now all of a sudden you don't really have to worry as much about some of the other stuff. And you can get things going. Same thing with like the sheep seeds and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. You can get mutton and wool. All that jazz is pretty darn good. And then of course you get yourself into, look, copper, right? Now I can just make copper. Much easier than doing the whole sieving, automating, all of this type of stuff, but we will still need this to be operational as well. So it's just one of those things. Slow grind, no rush in this pack. We are going to take our time and we are going to build out accordingly. So I will be right back with hopefully at least a pathway or something going out in that direction, but I got to build up a couple materials. You know, it's always a fun adventure when you're building a farm and you end up building a mob farm. Hello, creeper. How's it going? I'm going to sleep off this nighttime and at least do a little bit of an update. And I guess we can kill a creeper. Worst case, we lose some dirt, which I don't think will be a problem. I'm an expert Minecrafter. Oh boy. La epic fail. La fail of epic proportions, I tell you. Anyways, I just missed completely. That was such good timing with my such a confident speech. But yeah, I kind of came up with at least a couple of blocks that I'm kind of trying out, messing around with. I really do like this mason. Well, I prefer the mason stone that's over here. Worms? I do prefer the mason stone look, but it is expensive, to say the least. So for right now, I'm working with the mason cobblestone, and I do like it. I don't know about the walls. We might still change those ones up. But I do like it so far. I like these tiles are pretty cool too. I'm a big fan of those. And these are those quarter stairs that I was kind of telling you about. I do like those. Obviously, I will fill in this gap once I have an elevator for the basement underneath the farm area, and I'm just kind of getting started on the farm. We're doing a standard 15 by 15 kind of block here. It might not be quite far enough away for passive mobs, but I'm not going to be that concerned just quite yet. We will get them. It's not like a major priority or anything like that. It would have been nice to have a little bit of extra dirt left over, to say the least. But what can you do? You know, what can you do? Creepers be creeping. Creepers be creeping. But yeah, otherwise, I think we're pretty good. 4, 5. Okay, good. We should probably duplicate the torch layout on the other side here. I am out of torches. Okay, good. But yeah, so this is a good start, and then I think the only next step that we need to do other than lighting it up is we run on over here and we get ourselves, let's pull half of our grass seeds, right? I don't want to pull too many, but I do want to have enough that we can, you know, get a decent amount of grass started to grow in this plot and in this area. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to do. So without further ado, let's just do this. Let's see if mobs spawn with this configuration here. They might, but oh well. So yeah, basically right click. Apparently torches conflict with it, but you right click on the dirt like so, and you convert that block to grass. Now we just have to wait for that beautiful stuff to spread. Is there a watering can? Oh, there's the mystical agriculture ones. There's the thermal. There it is right there. That's the one I'm thinking. Bone meal bowl and some iron. Okay. Let's take a quick look at that. I think I have iron and everything, so I know I have bone meal. That's no concern. Bone meal. Yeah, I got the iron. Do I have a bowl? Ain't got no bowl. No bowl. Why would I have a bowl anyways? Why would anybody just have a bowl? What? Is that not the bowl recipe? Hello? How do you make a bowl? It's full blocks? Come on. Come on. Is it really? No. Anyways. There we go. A bowl. We'll do this. We'll do that. And let's get ourselves the watering can. Very nice tool. You can fill it up with water like so. And this should help in growing the grass. As it increases the tick rate, as you can see, you can spread your grass much quicker in your areas. So I definitely recommend getting yourselves this watering can to just kind of water your fields and keep everything all nice. One of the reasons I wanted to go to the south here is, you know, if you look on the map, you can kind of see what each tile is. It's very small writing in the bottom, or in, you know, but basically what it does is it tells you, you know, what biome you're in, right? So, you know, this is a gravelly mountains region, forest hills, right? So we kind of have at least some nice looking grass. We're not in like a desert or a badlands or anything like that. So I did want to have at least green grass while we were over here and doing this kind of stuff. So my thought process here is, obviously we're building this up. I got to put up some walls. We have to finish doing all of this. I need to farm some more spruce. All of that kind of stuff we need to get to work on, but we have at least started, and we're off to a pretty good start as well. But yeah, I need to do a little bit more farming. We are starting to back up a little bit more on the gravel, which is great. The flint situation seems to be slightly declining with this setup. So good thing to keep in mind. It could just be some RNG that I had with some bad RNG of utilizing up the flint instead of it producing. But it's something that I'm going to keep my eye on over time. Once we do sieve the gravel, though, it'll easily catch up. But I did want to keep that as a bit of a test as well. So, anyways, I'm going to jump back into some more building and whatnot and get things going over there a little bit further. All right. Look at that. We got ourselves a beautiful little moo cow. Isn't that great? He's even got a hat on. It's so nice. So good to see. I do need a lot more walls, though. I'm a little concerned that Mr. Moo Moo Cow's about to jump off the cliff. It's a bit of a concern. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, let's just get ourselves some more walls here. And, a couple other things while I was, harvesting away at some spruce. Uh-oh. Did he already jump off? Oh no. Ooh, still on the edge, though. Freaking cows, man. Always riding the edge of danger. Excuse me. Well, it worked. That's the main point here. It does work. We are successful in making a passive mob spawning area. It's not my fault they're suicidal, okay? I did not order a suicidal cow or, you know, a creeper that explodes my dirt. These are not things that I ordered. These are not things that I requested, but this is the hand that I've been dealt, okay? So, yeah, it's a thing. It's going to be a process, you know? We might have to get a psychologist in here to make sure that we talk the cows down from walking off the edge a little bit. All of that kind of stuff we need to keep in consideration for, you know, the experiences that we're having here in this farm, okay? So, do keep an open mind. We are trying our best, but, yeah. Press F. All right, so let's just jump back in here. I've been doing a little bit of decorating around, as you can see, and slowly getting some things put together. By the way, this sound clip.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's Darkosto himself doing that sound bit. I know that voice anywhere. Yeah, that's just hilarious. But as you can see, so I've got a pen. We got a horse. We've got a horse. I don't think I want a horse, but we have a horse. There might be a couple others up there, but that's also why I'm kind of working over here. And this direction, I'm probably going to do mob-related things, is at least my thought process. I do like that I'm starting to go up levels and this and that and change up certain things. So I'll probably keep doing that with other aspects, maybe down, maybe up, you know, all that kind of stuff. Oh, we got a cow and 2 horses. Okay, well, sorry, friend. Oh, that sound is just terrible. But hey, we got Inferium essence and some leather. That's pretty nice. That's pretty awesome. So anyways, yeah, we are slowly but surely at least working towards getting some animals, which is really, really good. I obviously want things more like sheep and chickens and cows than I do horses and pigs and, you know, llamas. Do llamas even spawn? I don't even know. What about, were goats added in 1.16 or is that a 1.17 thing? I can't remember. Too many versions, too little time. But yeah, so just kind of working away on some of the things. I did do a bit of a grinding, a little bit of a sieving thing just to see how everything was working and whatnot. And yeah, pretty darn good results. I'm very happy with it. Actually, I think I have, yeah, I got 2 full blocks of iron in there as well, which is really quite splendid. So I'm going to go out a little bit more in this direction, and then we might set up just a simple little mob farm today, and then that'll probably be where we call it, because I would like to be able to kind of maybe go back and forth between the passives to, you know, the mob spawning, that type of thing. And with the distance between these two, we should be able to keep passive spawning while killing mobs, and then we go over there and then mobs spawn and we come back and we kill them and all that jazz. So that's at least my thought process here so far. Just kind of going out on 0-0 for the most part. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy going on here. And yeah, I think this should be about pretty good for our mob farm. So let me get some of the resources together, and we're just going to build a very simple and basic mob farm to try to kill and get some inferium and some mob loot as well. All right, we are back, and as you can see, I got myself a beautiful mob farm. It is doing work. I'm already level 31, and I've collected so much loot, it's not even funny. Let's go pop on over and take a quick glance at that as well. I'm sorting a little bit at the same time. Also, while I was working on all of that, look at all the beautiful animals we have, including a zombie horse. Yes, that's right. I may have killed a few additional horses and donkeys, but you wouldn't know any better. Still hopeful that we're going to get another cow. Yeah, still hopeful on that one. But anyways, let's bounce and hop and bounce and hop over to this noisy place. Let's just get too loud. You guys are too loud. All right. Yeah, so like I said, already have gotten quite a bit of loot from this just to get to level 30. The only downside is really the witches, because they take multiple hits until I get a better weapon. Thorns as well. But yeah, as you can see, working rather effectively. Also a good way to get potions, because I'm killing all these witches and everything. And, yeah, getting hats, getting all the fun things. But yeah, so anyways, it's going pretty well. I didn't make it spider-proof up there. I wonder if I shouldn't have, but, yeah, it's a thing. So anyways, you can just let that build up, do its thing, and boom, as you can see, we got a whole bunch of loot. A lot of it is garbage loot, don't get me wrong. Bows, a lot of this armor, things like that. But things like iron, we got a witch statue, this life essence I'm pretty excited about as well. And then, of course, the witch drops themselves are pretty darn cool, being the redstone, the gunpowder, the glowstone dust. All of that kind of stuff is pretty good. I did also want to kind of confirm that there was no bags. You know what I mean? Like loot bags or anything like that. And that is confirmed. We have no loot bags, at least from my killing. The big thing here is I should want to kind of sort of upgrade my looting and things like that on this stuff, but we don't have all that much lapis just quite yet. So I'm probably going to grind out a whole bunch of gravel here, collect a whole bunch of resources, and that'll be about it for today. We got passive mobs, we got hostile mobs. I say that's a pretty productive episode if you ask me. Like always, if you did enjoy this episode, I really do appreciate you guys slapping that like button, subscribing, telling your friends, doing all that wonderful thing. Hit me up on Twitter even. Why not? Ask me questions, comments. Love you all. Have a good one.